This is video broadcast of Athena Academy of Geopolitics.
Hello there, I'm Govind Kulkarni. In this video, I'm talking on MiG-25 and will link the discussion to MiG-31 and MiG-41 eventually. MiG-25 is categorized as a trisonic aircraft, and MiG-41 is Russia's Mark 6 futuristic concept aircraft, which is in the making. Here in this video, I am conducting very short introductory descriptive narration about four aircrafts actually. They are MiG-25, MiG-31, MiG-41 and the American SR-71 Blackbird. Now all these four aircrafts are in the light of simultaneous similar technological competition for one-upmanship and the urgency that induces rapid technological advancements. Now, MiG-25 was designed and completed in just 3 years. It actually, the design idea, the concept, and the making period I can cite as from 1961 to 1963. First maiden prototype flight was tested of MiG-25 in 1963. In fact, military aviation is a field that creates tremendous number of opportunities to create a variety of aircrafts. This is an ever advancing field, so much so that within 125 years of the first flight of Wright brothers in their Kitty Hawk, we in 2025 are looking forward to 6th generation fighter jets. Those can fly with Mark 6. And if you have seen Tom Cruise's latest Top Gun movie, then in that movie he talks about Mark 10, crossing the Mark 10 value. Anyway. And these aircrafts like MiG-25 and the future coming aircrafts may be flying closer to the outer atmosphere or beyond that. MiG-25 actually is that category of aircraft which went very high up into the air. MiG-25 to MiG-41 through MiG-31 is an interestingly exemplified to study the urgency and progression of military aviation advancements. My current Gurvich MiG-25 is full of exciting stories and the interesting, it is a symbol of the espionage activities that happened or which were at the zenith between the United States of America and the Soviet Russia during the Cold War. The specific shape of this aircraft immediately catches the eye of any person. It is a mammoth actually that spontaneously draws anyone's attention towards it. Even the trained pilot who had not seen MiG-25 before it coming down to the runway or the taxiway or into the hangar, they were surprised to see that kind of aircraft as far as the Russian stories and Russian narrations go. Now, here is the simple projection of the aircraft taking off. I have put it up here. Now on the backdrop, I am flashing some of its size and performance dimensions. Now if you look carefully, then the length of MiG-25 is around 78 feet and the wingspan is 46 feet. So it's a very giant aircraft, one pilot only. A simple outline of the design of MiG-25 shows clearly that it is a high-winger military fighter jet. So it is a high-winger actually. It means that the wing arrangement is at the top of the fuselage. You can clearly see, or you can have an idea about the placement of the wings. This is a high winger aircraft. So if you look at the lateral layout of the design of the aircraft, then it is clearly evident that the wings are mounted on the top of the fuselage or near to the top of the aircraft. Now this high winger design adds the following capabilities. MiG-25 and that type of aircrafts, high winger aircrafts, have greater lift to drag ratio, and it increases actually their gliding properties, and also makes the aircraft fly for longer durations as compared to, or it means that high winger aircraft could have a longer range of operation. Secondly, high winger design gives the pilot a better and clear look towards the ground, thus enhancing the capacity to look down and shoot down. So, because of the high winger arrangement, the view of the ground to the pilot inside the cockpit is clearer, and in the first years after it becoming operational, this aircraft was actually an espionage aircraft. It was used for photo reconnaissance missions. That's why the high winger capability adds to the uh, as it is said, look down and shoot down capacity to the aircraft. Now, this is a bulky aircraft, but this fact doesn't come as an obstacle into its flying capabilities or operational capabilities or even tactical capabilities. Though bulky, MiG-25, due to its peculiar high winger design, has been a smooth flying aircraft, as many of the pilots of MiG-25 have narrated in various documentaries about their flying experience. So this is a smooth flying aircraft. Or Russian aircrafts, now on the other hand, have been super performer machines, so they are highly demanding also simultaneously. I can cite examples. MiG-21, MiG-29 could be observed as examples of very high demanding aircraft, fighter jet aircraft. Just to exemplify the superiority of Russian flying machines, MiG-29 can sustain more G force than the pilot. So in a way to underperform because of pilots' natural physiological limitations. Somewhere I have read that the airframe and design of MiG-29 is capable to take force of 12 Gs. On similar lines, notably, only very skilled and experienced pilots only could operate MiG-25. So this is actually, or this was, as it goes with the Russian aircrafts, they are so very superior performers, but at the same time they are very demanding. Now, during the Cold War, the MiG-25 was seen as a result of the competition between United States of America and the Soviet Union to outdo each other even through aviation technology. The MiG-25 has always been compared to the American SR-71. Again, I am flashing an image of SR-71 Blackbird. So there has been a comparison between SR-71 Blackbird, which belongs to the Air Force of the United States of America, and MiG-25. MiG-25 was specially designed as an aerial reconnaissance aircraft to fly very high in the air and collect information about the enemy's strategic and tactical movements. Its advancements, technological upgradations, and redesigning of MiG-25 has resulted into MiG-31. MiG-31 is a good, very high-flying photo reconnaissance aircraft, espionage aircraft. At the same time, it is an excellent cruise missile interceptor, and it could also be used as a strike aircraft. MiG-31. MiG-31 is still considered as the fastest in the world, that is trisonic. Coming back to MiG-25 technology, MiG-25 technology set a record for flying at an altitude of 1,23,000 feet above sea level. Now, another strong point of this MiG-25 was its great speed, obviously, Mach 3. The MiG-25 could travel at 3 times the speed of sound in the air. In order to withstand all kinds of physical pressures at this speed and at this height, and temperature differences, initially in the making of MiG-25, titanium steel alloy was used, and instead of riveting MiG-25's fuselage frame was actually welded, because steel was used in that. And to avoid any damage to the aircraft due to riveting, the airframe and the most of the structure was actually welded. MiG-25 fuel had special additives also to stabilize its properties, fuel properties. Now, since 1960s, Americans were curious about the production and technology of MiG-25 had reached its peak, and the Soviet Union managed for nearly 16 years to keep all the things about MiG-25 a closely guarded secret. Uh, However, now there is a famous defection incident which happened in September 1976. A Soviet Russian pilot by the name Viktor Belenko defected to United States of America, and while being on a sortie, he took his MiG-25 to Japan and handed it over to the Japanese authority and eventually to the American authorities. Technology of the MiG-25 and almost all the classified information fell into the hands of the United States of America, and in this line the IFF codes were also in the hands of the United States of America because of this Viktor Belenko defection incidents. Now, Russia, in response to this event, did not stop, and they started upgrading the technology of MiG-25, and out of this upgradation, the MiG-25 was transformed into a better machine. Now we know it as MiG-31. MiG-25 and MiG-31 are trisonic from the all the perspectives, but for some safety reasons, uh, there is information that though MiG-25 could fly with Mach 3 values, its flight speed was kept maximum to 2.8 Mach, just for the security reasons and smooth flying reasons. MiG-25 has made a great contribution to India's defense also. The MiG-25 squadrons of the Indian Air Force were known by the nickname of Trisonics only. India had inducted MiG-25s into the Indian Air Force in 1981, and they were used mainly for reconnaissance missions. India also maintained great secrecy about these aircrafts, MiG-25s, for many years. I can say till 2002, it was not known to nearly anybody, provided for some persons in the Indian Air Force uh, till 2002, or till the date of retirement of these aircrafts or phasing out of these aircrafts. Uh, Many people or most of the people did not know about India being in possession of these aircrafts and the use of these aircrafts for reconnaissance and other missions. Now, a matter of special pride is that the first flight of MiG-25 was done by the Indian Air Force, the then Indian Air Force. She brought the first MiG-25 from Russia to India when they were inducted into the Indian Air Force. India utilized MiG-25s for photo information gathering during the Kargil War in 1999, and these aircrafts were equipped with 1200 millimeter powerful cameras. Indian pilots flew MiG-25s at low altitudes, which was actually a contrasting event in terms of flying capability of these aircrafts. But during the Kargil War, the Indian pilots flew MiG-25s at low altitudes against their capabilities in the mountains to protect other fighter jets of the Indian Air Force during the operations during the Kargil War. At the same time, photo reconnaissance was done to target the tactical and strategic positions of the enemy. India phased out these aircrafts in the year 2002. Now, some Indian pilots are of the opinion also that the MiG-25s could have been upgraded and could have been used for a longer period of time. But anyway, the MiG-31 is not included in the Indian Air Force. Now, I would like to take you through the technicalities and journey of this aircraft, that is MiG-25 to MiG-41 through MiG-31. However, for those extra and deeper comprehensive understandings, you will have to enroll into Air Power Strategy and Aero Modeling course in Athena Academy of Geopolitics. Last year only, I handcrafted a static 1 feet long realistic scale model of MiG-31 to educate myself on the design of the aircraft. MiG-31 and MiG-25 are definitely very interesting aircrafts. We are yet to see the overall structure of MiG-41 because it is in the making and a lot of secrecy has been maintained by Russia about MiG-41. But anyway, if you want to learn more about MiG-25, MiG-31 and SR-71 Blackbird, then definitely you can join Air Power course and Aero Modeling course in the Athena Academy of Geopolitics, and there only I can take you through the details of these very interesting aircrafts. But for the time being, I encourage you also to do a self-study of these very classic flying machines, Russian flying machines. A lot of information, very interesting and educational information is already out there on the internet, or you can watch documentaries also on MiG-25 and MiG-31 and you can educate yourself on these aircraft. These are somewhat different aircrafts. Why I chose MiG-25? Because this aircraft is study worthy if you are interested in design of or design aspect of military aviation and variety of aircrafts that have been produced since, I can say, the year 1902, or since the first flight of Wright brothers in Kitty Hawk. There has been tremendous variety in the field of military aviation. In that variety, MiG-25, MiG-31 are classics. Definitely SR-71 is also a classic. And apart from these American, French, English, Indian, and Russian aircrafts, there are other countries also which have made outstanding machines. Sweden is one of them. So in next video, I'm going to cover a uh, very peculiar or very different kind of aircraft made by a Swedish company, and I will let you know about the accidental invention of the Cobra movement. So stay tuned to my channel. Thank you for the moment. I will keep posting. Bye bye.
This is video broadcast of Athena Academy of Geopolitics.